Hey everybody, it's Manga Girl Level X, and here I'm going to be reviewing the Negima Magiser Negi Magi series. And before we begin, I'm going to say viewer discretion is advised. This does have some strong either language or content on it, so for anybody who's very sensitive toward that topic, I'd suggest closing this tab, or if you're on your phone, just shutting it off. This isn't for you. Now, if you are here to watch some Negima that I'm going to be explaining and reviewing, pull up your popcorn and grab some books. Well, these books to be exact. So in the Negima Magiser Negi Magi series, there's 36 books. They're by Ken Akamatsu, all of them. He stays the same person. He's a creator of Love Hina, as you can see at the bottom. So I only own books 1 through 9. Like I said before, there's 36 books. I finished the series because I read it online. So that's a note to you. There is 36 books, so it's very expensive to own them all. Either rent them at your local library, or you can read them online, or you can buy them all. They're almost at, as far as I know, they're at places like Barnes and Nobles, big global places. Amazon, eBay. It's a very popular book series for, I'll flip this over and show you, for ages 16 plus. OT, if you could leave that in the comments, what in the wide world of Equestria, I'm still going to say things like that, sorry, because they're just, normal for me. What in the wide world of Equestria OT means? Oh, I just figured it out, older teen, I think. If that's not what it means, leave it in the comments, thank you. But on every website I've searched on, it's meant for mainly boys, 16 plus. So let that be a note to you. If you're already not liking this, turn off the video, it's not for you. So, here you have all of them. So I'm just going to review a couple of the art styles. As you can see, on the first cover, all of them have this little ticket-looking train track thing. That's usually where they keep all the numbers of all the books. So here on the front cover of the first book, this is kind of what made me really want to read it, was here you had the cherry blossoms blooming in the background. You had Negi, our main protagonist, and his wand. You have Asuna, who's one of his students. Then here we have Konoka, Yue, I think is her name. Then in between we have Keifu here. That's Natsumi. We have class rep. Nagasaki, I think. Then here we have, I can't remember her name. You don't see her very often. When you do, she has something really funny to say. Then here you have Nodoka. I'll redo the guys to the back. So here's usually what they do is they put one of the characters on the back. Then they put in all of the books, if you own the books, they all have special extras in the back, like how they made it, what was the original character design for this character. That's why I suggest owning the books. Online, they don't have much of these. They'll have some of the pictures. They'll have pictures of, I'll just show you guys some of them. That's an ad. But they'll have things for the next volume. Preview of volume 2, like most books. But then they'll have translations. So translation notes in the back that I don't have in the manga, or in the manga online. Here you can see you have just some first glances of what they were thinking about doing. So this series is about a 10-year-old prodigy, the 10-year-old prodigy Negi Springfield, who has just graduated from Magic Academy. That, I'll just give you a little hint, it's very secretive. There was only 7 people in his class. He dreams of becoming a master wizard. Instead, he's sent to Japan to teach English at an all-girls high school. All the students are delighted with their cute new teacher, except for Asuna, who resents Negi for replacing the teacher she secretly has a crush on. So throughout the series, the only thing he teaches, or he could possibly teach at a college, high school level, is English. So 10-year-old teaching high school girls. Cute. Yeah, so I mean, great book. So here's, they usually put at the beginning with, cute little background, and then they have everything just all fun up. So I mean, here's like this. He sneezes, and every time he sneezes, that happens. So I mean, this is why it's 16 plus usually for boys. But I mean, great art style and things like that. I'm just going really fast, but I mean, see, like this. Great art style. It changes from first book. Oh, see, that happens. This is what happens a lot. I'm gonna just close that there, because viewer discretion. So this happens a lot. As you can see, straight from the second book cover, is you see him in his pajamas. And don't think of this any wrong. It's all out of context on the front cover. You'd have to read it. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'll do my best not to spoil much. But I mean, yeah. Here's, as I told you before, this is Everglane. This is the keychain girl I have. I'm wearing the same thing. So, yeah. Here's book 4. Just, this one's very simple. Doesn't show much, like the other ones do. This one's, well, all I can see is a huge pillow fight going on here. And, if you notice, they're all in, matching robes, which usually means that they're, this is kind of a big hint, but they're all at a hotel. So, here we have battle poses of Konaka, Negi, and Asuna. And in the back you have some of the minor characters, or major characters, depends on what you see. Here's number 7, where this one's kind of showing a little bit what goes on. So, again, you have to keep things like this in mind if you're reading it, because, I mean, right there, as you can see, it's kind of, they try to show themselves off, even though they're high school girls. Just ignore him. I want you to ignore this character because he comes in later and I don't want to spoil anything. So here's number 8. And then number 9's the last one I own. And here's kind of, it's showing food in a kind of festival state. So I'm not going to say anything more on that. Just tip these over and kind of move them all to the side, except for number 1. So this is a series I'd recommend to anyone who's willing to take, who doesn't mind things that I showed. Like, in this one, his little quirks. I almost said twerks. Quirks, like, sorry, look at, there's a dog on my pants, like this, little quirks in the book. There's a lot of these. But I mean, so I'm gonna show you guys something. So see how this kind of has a less broad style, everything's less fluent, but you keep the same art style, but when you go into book 2, by the way, these are really worn because I've read these hundreds of times. Oh yeah, see, like these, they have a lot of these scenes. So, that's just a note to you girls who might want to read it. But I mean, you can immediately kind of see a different art style and a different change from here. Like, here's Negi in this one. Hang on. Sorry. Let me just find a close-up of Negi. And again, I'm super sorry about this. I was planned. I don't have a script or anything. I never script my stuff. I like it all to be real. Like here. So look at Negi here. And then from here. There's definitely a change in art style. But it's all the same. So, series I'd recommend to anyone who's willing to, who can look past all of, I'll say fan service, that's what it is, who can look past all of that and see that it's just such a great series. My mom got me the series originally, and when I was like 10, I got it taken away from me because I showed her the first thing I found, which was, yeah, I'm not even going to show it again, you know what that is. So, I recently came upon it when we moved last year. So yeah, out of 5 stars, I definitely give this series a 4. It loses that last star because, again, from the book 1 to 2, it does have that art change, and sometimes it loses what it's talking about. But other than that, it's a great series, and I recommend it to everyone. Well, Manga Girl Level X, out. Peace!